Welcome to the AI Med Insights podcast, sponsored by Outcomes Rocket and Sensinet Risk Never Sleeps. And we're here with Doug Fridsma. Did I get that right? Or
Yeah.
Fridsma?
Yeah.
That's one of the... Doug's a good man. We've already talked. He's promised this is going to be the best podcast I ever saw. And I'm here with my right-hand man, Saul Marquez, Outcomes Rocket.
Such a pleasure to be here. And Doug, really excited to chat with you today.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And Doug tells us he's got an interesting background. Let's start there, Doug. You got to wow us now. We've been wowed. Yeah, day one was a huge wow. So the bar's high. Day two, you're the first one. First one. Gods are a little angry this morning, so let's make it work.
I don't want to be the sacrificial virgin, for sure.
Oh, man. Wow. Hello. Already off to a good start here with Doug. All right, Doug, tell us a little bit about your background.
So I'm an internal medicine doctor.
Oh.
I have a PhD in computer science. And I worked for the Obama administration during high tech to deploy all the electronic health records in this country.
You're the guy. Thank you, Doug. Thank you for your service. Seriously.
I was the chief science officer there. So all the technical stuff, took care of that.
You made it happen.
Yeah.
You're the guy we need to thank for EMRs and EHRs and Epic and Judy Faulkner.
Oh, yeah. Judy and I go way back.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's great, isn't she?
Yeah.
Are you a science fiction reader?
No.
She loves science fiction books.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's really into it.
Yeah.
And she can dance. I've seen her at the His Talk Lollapalooza party dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
With
She got down?
With Jonathan Bush from Athena Health. Yeah. Can you imagine those two dancing?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That's when I used to drink. I don't drink anymore.
Yeah.
4 years sober.
For the better.
For the
Probably,
better,
right?
Saul. Yeah. Yeah, because I probably...
You're crazy enough.
I'd
as
be
it is.
late right now. I would have made the 8 o'clock this morning.
I'd be running this with you.
That's not true. Never missed a meeting. Never in my life. All right. Doug, so what have you seen over those years that really just blew you away about healthcare?
When we started at ONC, 20% of all the doctors had electronic health records. When we ended, or at least when I left the government 5 years later, 80%. So we had taken took 20% basically of the largest GDP in the country, and we flipped it in 5 years from
incredible.
Paper to electronic. Now, there's lots of work that still needs to be done, and that's part of why we've got AI Med here. But I think what I've seen is we had the adoption of electronic health records. Then I spent some time at the American Medical Informatics Association. I was the president and CEO there for 5 years and worked on developing an update to the board certification for clinical informatics and also trying to work on education, because once you've got these new tools, it requires you to think differently about how you deliver care. Now, I will say one thing is that our hope when I was in the government is that we would have all of this data that would drive innovation. We'd have all these interesting apps. We'd have all these interesting electronic health records. And we knew that there was going to be consolidation in the marketplace, but we never really anticipated that we'd have 3 or 4 vendors that would really have a lock on the data. And so the thing that my next phase here now is let's find interesting things to do with that data. Can we make it easier to get data used by agents or used by AI? We used to say one thing we hate is lazy data that just sits there. And I think one of the things that AI Med is trying to do is how can we take that data and find interesting ways to make it better for patients?
We don't like lazy data, that's for sure.
Not at all.
Data needs to get a job.
A big one.
A big job,
Especially in healthcare.
Especially in healthcare.
Yeah.
What's left for us to do, Doug?
I think there's 2 things. One is we have to start working on that layer that sits above the data. And I think the future is going to be agentic and AI driven. I think that's what's going to be in the future. I feel like we're at that maybe the 1946, 1950s in mainframe computers. When the president of IBM said, hey, we only are going to really need 7 computers. That's really what the world needs.
Right.
We've got like 7 EHRs. And you know, what happened after that? We had personal computers, and now everything runs on my iPhone, and it's all a bunch of apps.
Ken Olson from DEC said, who's going to need a personal computer on their desk at home? No, right? No one will need a PC at home.
And now I've got a more powerful computer
than ever before in your hand.
Yeah, in my hand.
Yeah. It's incredible.
And I think that's where we need to get. I feel like we've got to move out of these mainframes in the sky, which is all these cloud EHRs, and we need to start making it easy to deploy these things and actually start to use them in real life. I mean, Health Universe, in large part, is intended to be an operating system, if you will. It helps to coordinate agents. It does data normalization, makes it really easy. And then we do all the plumbing. We connect it in with FHIR, and we connect it into the EHRs and to the HIEs. And that's what we need, because we don't need to have big programs that we're going to have to build on our computers. We need to be able to go and pick the app that solves the problem and be able to use it right.
So who do you sell to? Like developer community, or do you have a developer kit, or how?
Yeah. We sell both to large academic medical centers. They look for a platform. They've got a lot of developers. They've got a lot of interest, and they have to wait 2.5 years for good ideas to get through the gauntlet, if you will, so that they can be incorporated into their ecosystem. The CIO says, listen, if you can't give me a 7-figure return on this, then we aren't going to take a look at it. And I actually think there's a tremendous amount of bottom-up innovation that's just waiting to be released. And that's what we intend to do.
What are you built on?
It's all built on Python. We use agentic AI. We were one of the first adopters of the Google SDK around A2A.
Okay.
And so it's built in from the ground up with those agents. And then we do orchestration. We understand the context. So rather than having a chat interface that just gives you the results from literature search like Open Evidence, we actually go and find tools. We find tools that are appropriate to the task, and then are able to use those within those environments.
So you're like an MCP server with an API layer? Is that what you're doing?
We don't use MCP. It's all A2A, and we've got an orchestration around that. So that allows us to parallelize a lot of the work. And so we do things like customized summarizations for cancer, and we can pull out everything from scanned images. We have our own pipeline for OCR, because data matters. It's garbage in, garbage out. So we can get all that data in a way that the agents can then use it.
And you guys got to help me on this. What is OCR?
OCR is optical character recognition.
Got it.
So that's taking
You guys are a lot smarter than I am.
It's
on
like
this.
scans like a newspaper.
Super cool.
So you can read
optical.
the text.
For everybody listening that doesn't understand, I just needed to know this.
Yeah.
Right.
OCR is an old term, Saul.
Okay.
You just showed your
That's probably why I don't know it.
Saul's actually just graduating high school, folks.
Optical character
recognition.
OCR.
Super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, well, the issue there is that we take data however we can get it, right? If it's a scanned image, we'll take that. If it's a PDF, we can manage that. If it's structured from FHIR or from other ways to get it out of the EHR, we can do that as well. So it's all about meeting people where they are, taking the information that they have, and then being able to do something useful with it.
Love that.
And so we have a platform that plugs into an EHR, and a lot of academic medical centers and others like that, because so many of these AI solutions are vertically integrated, right? They say, we've got this vertical solution that will help you with orthopedics, or that will help you with diabetes or whatever. And the problem is, when you've gotten 400 or 500 pitches a year for every vertical integration, it becomes overwhelming. So our platform is a horizontal one that allows you to integrate once and deploy many. And then the other thing, we do a lot of co-development work with some of them that want to market and monetize the things that they're working on.
Really interesting.
And then we've got innovators and entrepreneurs who want to focus on the technology and their expertise. And then we provide lots of the infrastructure that then can be deployed through our platform.
You're like a Corba for AI.
Yeah.
You familiar with Corba?
Yeah, I am. I like to think of it more like we're the Linux for AI.
Oh, you got to keep sticking with that OS analogy. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to blow Saul's mind. Like Corba, right?
Yeah, I'm like, we're speaking Greek here, people.
Yeah.
This is why I'm here, guys. I'm learning AI from the greatest. So talk to me about Corba.
Oh my God.
In a nutshell.
Common object request broker, right? Architecture, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
When I was
We
at
need a glossary for this podcast.
When I was at ONC, we looked at Corba as an infrastructure, and we said, no,
Yeah.
it's probably not good.
Yeah. Well, then servers came out, and app servers pretty much replaced Corba for integration. But Corba was used for many years for really massive distributed computing. Boeing's whole manufacturing system was based on Corba. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Probably still is today, which is a little scary.
I would explain it.
That was explained. And thank you to our sponsor, Boeing.
Well,
Oh my God, my flight just got canceled.
Are you kidding me? Oh, well, that was Doug. Look at Doug coming in with a non sequitur
zinger.
joke. Whoa.
All right.
Man, I like this guy.
We're on.
Doug.
We're on.
I
We're
had
on a
no
roll.
idea we were among greatness today.
This is
Did you?
true.
I
Nah.
just thought he was just another AI guy. Just
Same.
no. He's like, thank you, Doug, for joining
Like
us.
legacy innovator,
Yeah.
maker,
Yeah.
and the operating system. Like, so that's what you're building.
AIOS.
AIOS.
That's what you should TM. AIOS.
Well, we named our platform Health Universe because Health Solar System seemed a little small
Yeah.
in terms of our
Yeah.
aspirations. So,
Yeah.
That's fair. I like that.
Really? Health universe. Yeah.
So as far as pulling the data out, though, like a lot of it is in different silos. How do you guys help with that?
Well, a lot of those standards I actually developed when I was at ONC. So there are standards called the consolidated CDA. There's about 1 billion transactions a month that happen with that particular one. And we use that in the HIEs, the Health Information Exchanges, and others to pull that out.
Oh, okay.
I was the program officer for Smart on Fire when it was still a government program. Yeah.
Oh, look at you,
Ken
Doug.
Mandel and
Damn.
that whole group. So FHIR is another way
Yeah.
that you can pull that
Yeah.
stuff out as well. And there's APIs and other things like that you can have for integration.
It's the protocol used for the interop rule.
Well, all right. We're here with the guy that built the maze. So he knows how to
All
get the
the
stuff.
problems associated with
He has all the
tech in
keys.
healthcare, Doug's fault.
It's my fault.
Doug has all the keys.
Doug's
So
fault.
visit him, guys.
I know
to
where
unlock.
I know where the bodies are.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
A lot of
Doug's like the
buried
Jimmy Hoffa of healthcare.
That's right. That's right.
That's awesome. So you're in the thick of it. Why'd you come to AI Med this year?
Yeah.
Well, I think this is the future. We've tried this 3 different times. We tried it with kind of decision support tools that were rule-based, and then we had neural networks and things like that. And now we've got something different, and this feels different.
Yeah.
The adoption of ambient scribe technology, the adoption of the large language models, it's been transformative.
Yeah, it has.
We are still going to end up with things that are going to be problematic and that are going to be hard. But this feels different to me. And so that's part of the reason to be here at AI Med. I think this is where a lot of the future is going to be created.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's incredible turnout this year. 600 plus people with just amazing content. I love this type of format too.
Same.
Like low key, focused on the content,
High
focused
value.
on the physicians and the nurses and the other clinicians and what matters to them as it relates to AI and technology. It's like, this is the group. This is the community that's going to figure out AI and how to apply AI.
Now, I actually think there's one group that's missing here.
The patient.
The patient.
Oh, look at Doug and I. Like, we're like, boom.
Aligned.
So let me tell you a story, okay? Between 1905 and 1912, if you go to the Journal of the American Medical Association, there are all these articles about how doctors were going to be adopting this new technology that was coming out and how it was going to affect their practices. And they're all about the physician's automobile. And so they talk about how doctors need to know how to work their automobiles. They have to be mechanics to be able to understand that. They talked about productivity and how it improved patient safety. And you could get in your car and you could get to someone who had an emergency and all those things. But they stopped writing those articles.
Was that the ambulance?
Could have been.
Yeah.
But they stopped writing those articles in 1912. So what happened in 1908?
1908?
And don't say the Titanic, because that was true, but it's...
In 19.
You're showing your age, Doug.
I know. I said I've been in this a long time.
Damn.
I think Doug might be a vampire.
You look good for your
He looks
age.
great for his age. My God.
So Henry Ford developed a Model T.
Oh, was that
T. All right.
1908?
Is this like an ambulance? Is this the precursor to the ambulance?
So what happened is what we thought was going to be a physician's tool to improve and transform healthcare actually became a patient's tool to be able to make them. So now doctors could have offices and patients could come to them and radiology and big equipment and all that things started to grow from there. And I think that's one of the things I'm really looking to see what happens, because I think we spend a lot of time with technology to try to make patients better. But I think we're going to end up making better patients.
You're onto something. We're gonna connect again. I'm gonna have you on the Risk Never Sleeps podcast, and we're gonna geek out.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to let Saul hold us back here. I was just kidding, Saul. I love this man.
It's called Corba. Okay.
Saul is so amazing.
I've enjoyed this conversation.
Saul, you just got smarter like 10
Listen,
points, I think.
You are the average of your 5 closest peers.
That's so true. Yeah.
When you're the smartest person in the room, you gotta get out of the room.
You gotta find another room.
That's why you're here, right, Doug?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You came here because there's a lot of other smart people.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Doug, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Do we have a lightning round?
We do.
We have an option? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Lightning round. The riskiest thing you've ever done. This is a rated PG show, too. So got to keep it 13. So you can go a little crazy.
I don't, starting a company.
Yeah. Starting a company.
Yeah.
It's risky. Never jumped out of a plane or
No.
swim with sharks.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not as risky as
Starting a company. I agree with that. Getting married. That's pretty risky.
Yeah, that's pretty risky too. Yeah.
Doug, here's the second one. What would you say to your 20-year-old self?
Yeah. There we go.
Buy Amazon.
Oh, I did.
My 20-year self was not listening to me.
You should have talked to me.
Good one.
Wait, you were much older when they were out and available on the market. You weren't 20. Come on.
No.
Go back in time. Let's go.
No, it would have been like when I was 20.
By IBM would have been like your,
No, I
by
would've-
Microsoft. By Microsoft.
Yeah.
I would have told myself, buy Amazon, and I'd be like, what is Amazon? And then I would have missed it.
Yeah, but you weren't 20 then. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah.
Go back in time. You're 20 years old. Yeah. What are you doing? You're 20 years old. You see yourself standing there.
When I was 20, I was
Lonely Doug in the
was
corner.
I was in medical school.
Oh.
And my residency, and I had no life.
So get a life.
Get a life. That would
Get a life, Doug.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right. Desert Island, 5 records. What would you bring with you?
Gosh, probably a whole range of things. Get Lady Gaga, some EDM,
Wow.
maybe get
Who are
the
you?
Beatles.
Okay. Back to reality. Folks, I'm telling you, this guy does not listen to Lady Gaga. There's no way in hell. All right. What else?
My,
We're going out with Doug tonight, I think.
Let's party. Yesterday's dinner was fun. Tonight
with Doug is just going to be
on.
epic. In fact, yeah.
I've got 3 speakeasies already lined up.
Let's roll.
All right, let's
roll.
go, man.
He's
Let's
ready.
go. Let's go with Doug.
He's got the
tonight.
map.
Yeah.
All right, you want to take us out here?
Yeah, listen, Doug, it's been a pleasure to have you on. Best way that people could learn more about Healthcare Universe. Health Universe, thank you, and how to get in touch with you and learn more about you.
Well, I think it's healthuniverse.com.
Yeah.
It's free. You can set up an account. It's super easy to just deploy an app and just play around with it. It's very easy to do that, and that's probably the best way. And it's just my first dot last name at Health Universe.
Awesome.
And that's the way to get in touch with me.
All right.
We're going to have all that in the show notes.
Well, Doug, pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thanks
for
so
having
much.
us.
It's
All
been
right.
fun.
Yep.